plugging in the headphones because of life. And now adjusting life. So if you're just tuning in, lights are flickering. It's all good. We are going to be making mint chocolate chip ice cream. And I'm gonna be doing it two ways. We're gonna be doing it the regular way with the little green food coloring, and another way being a chocolate based ice cream but mint chocolate chip as well. So I have my extremely large what is this called, mixer. So I'm gonna get it prepared and then go get my heavy whipping cream. I'm going to do so most this is a no churn recipe. Most no churn recipes are using full 2 cup recipes, or full 2 cups of whipping cream. I am going to just be using 1 cup per batch. So 1 cup for the regular and then 1 cup for the other. So I'm gonna go get the whipping cream because if you know anything about whipping cream, you want to keep it cold before you use it so it can whip up good. So give me 1 second. And I'm measuring out, like I said, just a cup because this recipe, like I said, we'll be using basically the full 2 cups in the loaf pan, but divided out into 2 separate recipes. So here's gonna be a full cup of, it's like a little bit over a cup, but a full cup of whipping cream. Whipping whipping cream tends to get stuck in the container, so what I or the little measuring cup. So what I do is overshoot it just a little bit. So we're gonna get this mixing now on like medium speed. So what I'm gonna do is try to move it back so you can see a little bit. We're making chocolate chip mint chocolate chip ice cream 2 different ways. The traditional way with the hi, welcome in, welcome in. We're making mint chocolate chip ice cream. One the traditional way with the green ice cream, and another one with chocolate based ice cream. So the first one I'm doing now is going to be the green based one. So this one I'm getting ready to do the whipping cream now. This is just 1 cup, and we're going to get it whipping up. I'm gonna do it on like medium high. I'm about to go put this whipping cream back in the refrigerator though because I want it to stay cold while I'm working on this first batch. So I'll be right back. Oh, thank you. I'm also going to do my little salt drizzling now because I always forget to add the salt while I'm thinking about it. I'm adding it now. It got stuck on the side a little bit, so in there. Okay, so the salt's in there. It's still going to be whipping up. I have my sweetened condensed milk ready. What I'm going to do is end up weighing it out because, like I said, we're using essentially a one batch recipe split into two, so that way I'm not wasting ingredients or whatnot, and it's like a one-step process. I'm gonna make this like a one bowl process, honestly. So the first one is the traditional mint, traditional green one, essentially, and this is just the whipping cream whipping up. This is my first time making mint chocolate chip ice cream, so we're gonna see how it goes. I appreciate the subscription, thank you. So we're gonna see how it goes. I do know peppermint extract is one of those super potent extracts. So I'm going to only use a quarter teaspoon. I wrote down a half. That's absolutely incorrect. We're gonna use a quarter teaspoon because I don't want it to be like overbearing, like nobody likes it and it tastes like toothpaste. Because I know that's what a lot of people strongly dislike about mint chocolate chip ice cream. And since I'm making it, I feel like I can be in more control of the peppermint extract. So yeah, I pulled out a quarter teaspoon. So I don't know why I had wrote down half a teaspoon. I feel like that's too much. But probably just writing aimlessly. All right, so this is now to a texture. Nah, not really. Actually, it's a little loose. So it's not bad, but I'm gonna get a little bit stiffer before I add in sweet condensed milk. And like I said, I'm gonna have to weigh out the sweet condensed milk. And what we're doing is 7 ounces of sweet condensed milk because it is a 14-ounce can. So, oh, I guess you guys can't see. A 14-ounce can. So if you can use any sweet condensed milk. One of my previous videos, I used like a store brand. This was on sale because holidays are coming up and people are making fudge for Thanksgiving and whatnot. See, I'm finna let this overly wet. We good though. I feel like it can be forgiven. It's fine. So I'm gonna shake this out a bit as I hit my headphones. My phone speaker is janky, so I have my headphones in. So if you hear like little calamities hitting on it, I do apologize. It's because I have headphones in and they're like not the wireless one, the wired ones. So yeah, there's that. All right. So this is what the whipping cream currently looks like, and like I said, I'm going to weigh out now 7 ounces of sweet condensed milk. Sweet condensed milk is by far one of the stickiest substances in life, and like it's one of the things that I truly despise working with. But like it turns out such delicious and easy ice cream. Dang, I just lost some whipping cream. All right, so we're going in for 7 grams, 7 ounces. Sorry, 7 ounces. And I want to make sure I have enough for the chocolate based one because I actually have to mix the cocoa powder and some powdered sugar in with the melted chocolate. So this is the sweet condensed milk with the whipping cream. I believe now I'm going to add in the peppermint extract. So I'm going to do this over the sink because a quarter teaspoon is quite small and this stuff is strong. So, literally a quarter teaspoon. We're dropping it in there. Okay. And then just for my sanity, we're gonna get that up out of there because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that was. So we got that out of there. And just for funsies, I'm gonna add the. Y'all aren't gonna probably be able to see it. But what I'm going to do is do a short on the side. Not on the side, but I'll do a short to premiere tomorrow. So you should subscribe today so that way you can see the results tomorrow. And I'll do a short with the green mixing in. So right now what I'm going to do is gently mix the sweet condensed milk in so it can start folding in. And then I'm actually going to grab the chocolate chips. And I have these. I'm going to show y'all. Wait a minute. So this is slowly like working itself in. I'm turning it up just a little bit. That's a lot of it. Anywho, okay, I'm gonna turn it off because I want this stuff to mix in. So these are, these are mint chocolate cookie bites. So it's like very similar to a malt ball, like in the texture on the inside, but the coating is mint chocolate. Right, and I was like, oh, I could have stuck that to this one fell in the sink when I was chopping them up, so I'm not using it. I just wanted to be able to show you guys what it is before it got pulverized by the chopper. So what I'm doing is I'm using this to fold into the ice cream a little bit at a time, and then I'm gonna actually fold it in once I pour it into the little, what is this called, bread loaf pan that we're gonna freeze it in. So like I said, it's like a cookie interior. They were delicious, but I figured this would be easier to use. Like everybody, people use Andes. I've seen mint Oreos being used, and I feel like this is a good cross in between a candy and a cookie. This is about, I measured out, that's funny, so a half a cup of the the little mint things, the little mint balls, and then a quarter cup of chocolate chips, because I didn't know how much I was going to actually need. And I have 2 batches of these because, again, I didn't know how much I was going to actually need, so I wanted to make sure I was prepared. So this is one batch, so that's going to be low-key kind of dedicated to this batch of ice cream here. So got it on low. I'm going to toss in a few. Like I said, I wanted to kind of mix in there, and then I will layer the rest in. So my next thing is going to be getting the extra. Well, what's not? This ain't an extract. I'm sorry. Full coloring. So we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was like, why is this blue? 6. Color theory, y'all. Color theory. This looks like the shamrock joints, which I'm not mad at, but we're going to intensify it just a little bit. And I'm going to whip this up just a little bit faster because I need to now try and get this in the freezer. So we got some color there. It's not overly sickening in the green, which I'm not mad at because nobody likes like super green food. So there's that. Let me get my music going back. Like I said, I wanted to get that mixed in. No, I don't go live every day. I actually go live like maybe every 3 to 4 days, maybe, depending on what I have going on. Like if I have something that I actually want to bake, like show on screen, or oh my goodness, behind the scenes for. So like this is like a behind the scenes that I'm gonna be doing. And you guys will see the final product tomorrow because, you know, ice cream actually has to freeze. So I don't want to hold you guys up for 8 hours trying to watch ice cream freeze in the freezer. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, I do not go live every day. So I tried to have this, like I said, I wanted to do like how the groceries, you know how you have Neapolitan ice cream and they'll have it split in the middle, or they'll have 3 different splits. That's what I'm going for. So I'm trying to see if I'll be able to half and half it in the pan. So wish me luck. We're gonna try something different today. I literally have never done this before. And then so I'm gonna have to pop this in the freezer real quick because I want to get this starting to set before or while I'm doing the regular one. So we need to actually mix that in the bottom there. And I feel like the green could be more green, but you can see the contrast. Like like I said, I'm not trying to overdo it with the green. That's not my thing. So I'm gonna put some in, and then we will, just for funsies, ooh, that's nice, sprinkle some on there. And then I'm gonna like work it up the parchment paper so that it can stay like solid in its foundation. I made like a lip to it so you can't really see here. There's like a little lip in the bottom of it to help keep it divided on the one side that's soft already. So hopefully when we put this in the freezer while we're working on the chocolate one, it'll be more solidified to where this will stand up, and now I can pour the chocolate side on this side. So like I said, my theory, it should work in theory. There should be no reason why this shouldn't work. Okay, so I'm going to do another layer of the little cookie crunches and chocolate chips. So like honestly, I haven't tasted this yet, so maybe I should do that. Oh, it's delicious. Delicious. Okay. It's very subtle on the mint, definitely not toothpaste, definitely on the verge of being some store-bought ice cream. So score on that one, or score on that one. All right. Again, want to try and work it up. I'm gonna get this corner, get that in a corner there to give it some stability, some foundation. And yeah, okay. So in theory, this is quite successful. So if you're trying to be over adventurous like myself right now and do a 2-for-1 with your ice cream, this is how I would highly suggest doing it, where you are actually where you're actually like have a divider, and then so like I'm gonna show y'all what I'm about to do next, and I'm gonna actually have to wash this. I'm not gonna wash this, y'all. We're gonna have just some light mint chocolate. Chocolate's gonna overpower it anyway. So I'm gonna cover it again. I'm gonna top it. This is the last layer, so this is what you'll see when I pull the parchment off. So I think that looks good. It's a very, very nice layer. Yeah, you'd buy this, right? I think you'd buy this. Okay. So next, we're gonna cover it, because you need to always cover it so you don't form icicles and all that wonderful weirdness onto your ice cream. And I'm going to cover it one more time, because again, we're not doing all this hard work for freaking frostbite. So let me cut the edge off so it can kind of tuck in better. Y'all, my spatial recognition is trash, like super trash. Just so everyone knows. All right. Just for funsies, I'm gonna tuck that in there. I literally just want to cover that and make sure that's covered. I've always seen suggestions at using plastic wrap. I highly suggest using foil. It tucks in better, unless you have like that press and seal plastic wrap. I do not. I have foil. So we're gonna cover it, and this is now gonna go in the freezer real quick while we work on the chocolate batch of the ice cream. So this was quite successful. I'm very pleased with how this is turning out. So let me go put this in the freezer. I'll be right back so we can work on the chocolate one. Alright, because I want to see the success of this recipe being worked by using only one bowl, we're going to one ice cream this joint right now. Next batch, chocolate. So, let me go, should have just grabbed it while I was over there, but I forgot. So, I'm going to go get the whipping cream because, and you know what, no, let me get the process of the chocolates mixture going, because I don't want the whipping cream to be sitting out like it just did with this batch. So, we'll toss that to the side, give this a wipe, have a clean station. Alright, so real quick, this is cocoa powder. I pre-sifted it because last time I sifted on camera, I had cocoa powder on the live, and it's nothing wrong with it. I just like a clean setup. So I pre-sifted my cocoa powder and my powdered sugar before off screen, so we can have a clean area. And like I said, any brand of anything for this type of stuff works, because it's gonna be sweetened up with whatever additions you put into it. So this is how much? 19 grams of cocoa powder and 19 grams of powdered sugar. Sift it together, and then like a little swoop, 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 swoop. So that's that. I also have some melted chocolate. I genuinely can't remember at this very moment how much of it is unsweetened. It was four ounces of it is unsweetened chopped chocolate. The other remaining ounces of it, we needed. This is gonna. I'm sorry. This is gonna be like hella conversion, so I do apologize in advance. We need 68.5 grams of chocolate. So I used 4 ounces. Or no, 1 ounce, so a quarter. Yeah, 1 ounce of unsweetened chocolate, and the remainder was the chocolate chips. So just for anybody that's writing down the recipe or that's following along, there is a difference between the chocolate that I use to get this melted chocolate here. So this chocolate here is going to be mixed in with the sweetened condensed milk and this cocoa powder and powdered sugar mixture. So what we're doing now is I'm going to pour in. We're going to pray and hope that this is 7 ounces. I'm not going to weigh it out because I did weigh out the 7 ounces prior to. So This scared me the last time, and it's probably going to scare me again because I just can't imagine sweetened condensed milk like being mixed into this much dried stuff. So as we did last time, we're just gonna go with it and hope for the best. Um, a lot of these, like a lot of the stuff that I do on live, not a lot of it, because I will say like my lentil recipe that I did live was absolutely it's a proven recipe. But I did a chocolate ice cream, a triple chocolate ice cream recipe about a month ago, and that was absolutely like my first time doing it. So some of y'all are absolutely witnessing me doing things for the first time, and you should be happy because I would usually guard this type of stuff. So congrats to you and congrats to me for stepping out of our boundaries, eh? All right, I need an actual whisk. Give me 1 second, like a big one, not this little play one. And I guess a fork would have worked because this is huge. What, we're going in. Okay, so as with anything, again, sweet condensed milk super sticky. So see, cocoa powder is just the messiest thing in life, yo. Okay, got it in there. That looks disturbing. Um, is there any more in here? We can get just a smidgen out of here. And then what I'll do is that. And next is the melted chocolate. That's going to go in next. So again, the more liquid that you're able to produce into this old super dried powdered sugar cocoa powdered mixture, it'll help loosen it up, and then it'll help go blending into the whipping cream once that's part of the mixture comes into play. So because you can't forget, like, we have to mix in the sweetened condensed milk as well as the cocoa powder mixture that's already mixed together, because if not you might get clumps, and nobody wants chunks that shouldn't be in their ice cream, especially when it's like, I guess chunks of chocolate would be good, but not like cocoa powder chocolate. That stuff's not sweetened. Okay. All right, so that's that. We are going to now mix that in. Get you some elbow grease in there, because this is like a brownie batter. Like, honestly, this is literally what this feels like. Okay, and now I'm gonna use the spatula, dig it out, because you want to try and get all of the chocolate so it can be as chocolatey as possible. Some recipes said that you can mix like coffee in, like how you do your brownies, or how you would do a chocolate cake. If you want like the super potent chocolate, you can definitely use I think they said espresso. So if that's something that you do, please do your thing. So this is gonna sit off to the side. Now I can go get the heavy whipping cream to get mixed up, so we can get that going. So give me 1 second. Alright, so we'll get this poured in, and we'll get this to mix in. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more in just for funsies, because I like I'm like the chocolate fan over in this household. So I'm gonna go get some more. Hold on. And because we're not eating toothpaste, it's even better. It's wonderful. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this down. And this process will be a little bit quicker because I've already went through the first process of making the green one that's in the freezer right now. So we're gonna get this whipping up. Um, it's not gonna take but so long. The whipping cream is cold. I see some clumps in chocolate, so I'm gonna try and work that out. Yeah, this is literally like some fudge, but I guess this is what fudge would be. I've never made fudge before, fun fact. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be thick going in that joint. Thick. Alright, so the whipping cream is whipping. This is for the chocolate batch. I don't know, can you see? Probably not. There it is. Okay, that should be better. Alright, so we're looking for slightly stiff peaks like we were looking for last time. I won't overmix it this time, I promise. But like I said, I feel like it's forgiving. People want to say like, oh, you can overmix it. And it's like, I feel like you can, but you're freezing it. So it's still going to taste like a custard or something, right? At least in my opinion. So I don't feel like you should worry about it too much. If you do over whip it, put it in the freezer and put some extra toppings on it and eat it that way. It'll still be delicious. Just make sure you flavor it. So which means I have to remember to flavor it with the extract, which I'm using just a quarter teaspoon, because that seems to be the perfect ratio for this batch right here. Just a quarter teaspoon of the peppermint extract, so you're not sitting over here thinking like, oh dang, I definitely brushed my teeth when you absolutely did not. You just ate some ice cream. So this is turning into a one, I guess I can't say one bowl because we had to mix some sweetened condensed milk and chocolate and all that jazz, but a one mixer without having to be washed in between bowl recipe. So that's a win. So halfway there. But I do appreciate these no churn recipes. Like I said, it's easy to make your own ice cream at home now, or for me at least, because the options are endless, low key, and you're in charge of the ingredients that you want to use. So like I said, going to find these little cookie things at the little wholesale store I go to was like perfect for this recipe, because I was definitely going to use like Andy's chocolate or something like that, and that's not necessarily necessary in this particular moment. So because I tend to forget things, I'm going to again pour the quarter teaspoon of peppermint extract off camera, because I don't know if you've ever poured liquid into a quarter teaspoon. It ain't the easiest thing. So that's the quarter teaspoon of extract going into the whipping cream by itself. And then now I'm going to, this is fudgy. I'm scared. I did this last time. Um, I think I'm gonna have it mixing, and I'm gonna pop some in so it can like not get stuck, I guess. Okay, semi good idea. Alright, so get you mixing in there. Yeah, it really should. Okay, it's breaking down. I was gonna say it should break down. I know the whipping cream is cold, but it's also like just sweetened condensed milk and chocolate. Oh, it's gonna be some chunks in there. Not mad at it. It'll add to the texture, I guess. At least it's not cocoa powder, right? Okay, hold on. Let me add some more into there, because I can't do it the way I just did it. It was semi-smart, but not productive. So we're going to get that in there. We're going to use all of it because I don't want it to not affect the ice cream and not being chocolatey. So there's that. And we're going to break, I guess I should do that, break it down. Alright, that's absolutely chocolate. So scrape these sides down. Now, had the chocolate been a little bit warmer, I think it would have seized up anyway, because coldness and like warmness, it seasons. So I'm not too upset with how this just turned out, but this is definitely a rich chocolate ice cream base. So this is definitely how the other one looks, so I'm happy about that. I still had some of the little chocolate mixture left over from the last one, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in now, and I'm going to go get the other batch that I had done. So it can still have the same amount, more or less, the same amount of yummies in each bite. So give me 1 second. Let me get the other one out the freezer. I'm going to put this over here. And I'm not pulling out the loaf of ice, the loaf of ice cream, the bread loaf with the green ice cream in it just yet, because I want it to stay as cold as it can. So like I said, so it can create the stability. So that way we can fold this one into it next to it and create that that split effect. So okay, so see, I didn't put the salt in. You see how I forget? All right, we'll add the salt. So just so you all know, I'm also gonna record it for the short, but what I'm gonna do in about an hour is take the pan out the freezer and remove the middle piece of parchment so it can freeze up. I'm gonna attempt to remove the middle piece of parchment because I forgot that I definitely slid it in there. I made a lip under it. So we gonna see if I can pull it out. And if I can, then wonderful. If I can't, then we just gonna cut the top part off and we gonna have fun so we can have a good presentation. So we're gonna put some more in and mix that into the ice cream, and then we'll use the rest like I did for the last one and like layer it in between the layers. So let's see. Okay, get the salt mixed in there as well. Oh, that looks bomb. Like this look real good. Okay. So I'm gonna scrape my edges, and I'm gonna just go ahead and pull this off, and we will go get the other joint, the bread pan, the other ice cream. I'm sorry. Let me be specific, and not Pacific, specific. We got a sp in there. All right, 1 second. All these dang ads. All right, we got that. Cool. 1 second. And for those that care, I'm about to make some, not today, but my plan is to make some pear sorbet. I actually have the pears freezing now and low key, because I have yet to have the urge and desire to do it. I have not, I'm sorry, I have chocolate on there. I have not blended them joints out. So they are still in the freezer freezing, which I feel like, okay, good. It's going to create a wonderful sorbet. That's literally how I'm thinking. I could be completely wrong, but it's perfectly fine. We're not going to be too concerned about it at this very moment. All right. So we are going to peel this up, and just so anybody that's new to the live stream right now, you can see what's happening here. This is the first batch of the ice cream. This is the traditional mint chocolate chip ice cream with the green ice cream base, with the little cookie pieces in there as well. So I'm going to actually fold this back over so again we can make sure that no ice crystals form. We want to make sure to protect the top of the ice cream. And what I'm doing now is pushing this over to make sure I can get as much of the bottom space that I need. And now the next step is folding our ice cream in with different layers, with layers of the cookie chocolate chip mixture in between to help really give texture in between the bases of the ice cream. So what these are, if you're just now popping in, what these are it's a mint covered cookie base, like cookie crumbed fake malt ball, essentially. Like it gives you the sense of a malt ball, but it's not a malt ball. It's a mint covered chocolate cookie ball, I guess. And what I did was I pulverized them with a wooden rolling pin to get them to break down. And what I did was I mixed them into the base of the ice cream, and now what I'm doing is layering them on top of, or in between the layers of the ice cream, because everyone likes a little extra goodness in between the layers of their ice creams. And if what you see on the spatula is green, that's because it is green. I made a green based mint chocolate chip ice cream as well. So this was a one mixer, two ice cream based ice cream. Same flavor components, just two different bases, which I'm kind of appreciative of because I really like my chocolate, and I feel like this chocolate one's going to be, well, not I feel, this joint is fire. And so is the other one. So let me not talk bad about the other one. Or let me not act like the other one isn't good. Alright, so I'm making sure to get every little bit because, you know, we don't want to waste. And then I'm absolutely getting every little bit because now we are completely done with using this bowl. Yeah, see, I told y'all I use a little extra whipping cream for the chocolate one because I'm a chocolate fanatic. So we're going to make sure that all of that gets in there. Clink the bowl. And last bit of our crunchy goodness. And it's not so many crunches, if not just like the color of the cookie, which in my opinion still looks good. It looks like a little, like a mud pie, I guess. Alright, so just for funsies, let me rinse my hand real quick, hold on. Because I want you guys to be able to see just the initial contrast of it. Even though they're not even, they're not even amounts, but it's okay. Who cares about evenness? So this is the chocolate chip mint, oh, I'm sorry, the chocolate mint chocolate chip ice cream with a cookie based mint chocolate ball. And then this is a traditional mint chocolate chip ice cream with the mint cookie balls and chocolate chips. So I'm going to pop this back in the freezer so it can start solidifying some more. Once it does, I'm gonna pull this middle parchment out so it can actually finish solidifying, but not with the parchment in it, so we could actually have like a from the store-esque concept ice cream. But I absolutely, here, I guess, I absolutely appreciate how this looks right now. I'm quite pleased. So what I'm gonna do is, because we are getting content right now, I'm gonna take a quick picture of it. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna cover the green one. We're gonna cover the chocolate one with the other one, with the one that we previously had. Remember, I made sure that we made it kind of even. So I'm gonna cover this together. That foil I had, remember, if you're wrapping this up, please use foil. It tucks around the edges better. A lot of people suggest using plastic wrap. I do not. I suggest using foil because it wraps around the edges better. You can tuck that joint in. So spin and tuck, spin and tuck, spin and tuck. And this goes in the freezer. Like I said, I'm gonna probably come back in here in about an hour, and what I'll do is I'll record it for the short for tomorrow, just so that way it's a full-on step-by-step process, so there's no confusion. And I'm gonna pull that middle parchment out and then recover it with the parchment paper all like across the top, and then just let it freeze overnight. So the next step will be me scooping out the ice cream at the end, and y'all will be able to see just how cool it looks. So this, I feel like, will be perfect for Halloween. So what's today? Monday. Honestly, it's 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, some cocoa powder, some chocolate. Even if you don't want to do the chocolate based one, do the mint one. It's fun. The kids will probably like it if you have kids. Hell, you'll like it because we're all still kids on the inside. At least most of us are. So check back tomorrow. Subscribe if you haven't, so that way you can get notified you can get notified when I post that video. And thank you for tuning in. And that's just a little food for your skillet, y'all.